know something? She just said these balls are good.
They are. Look at them. Well, I shouldn't grab two.
Nasty. She's nasty.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a special guest.
Hi.
The rat. Okay. Just kidding, her name is Emily. She's my little sister. So we're gonna be eating what's the name of these?
I don't know. I don't know, but it's an Asian fruit.
Yeah. Sorry, the angle was a little weird. But it's an Asian fruit. We got it at the 99 Ranch Market. I don't know what it's called though.
I don't know, but it starts with an R.
It's almost like lychee, I think. Right? Yeah. Ugh. The skin is so thick.
It's like hairy. It's like hairy. Like, you see, it has like hair.
But today we are doing a mukbang, as you can tell. And
He's like juice.
Juice? What kind of juice?
That's just like Kool-Aid, like those little like plastic squeezy bottles.
No, I don't. No.
You know which one?
Look at the seed though. Like, I thought it was gonna be like the lychee. You know how it's like you bite into it and it's like juicy. But this one's not that juicy. I don't
It's
think.
good though.
It is good. It's probably not like as sweet. But it's kind of neat looking. I don't know. Anyway, we're eating these. We're gonna eat some dragon fruit that you can see right here.
I forgot.
And well, we got some mochi. Some taro mochi.
Girl.
Is that so chewy? I'm gonna do it. Is it? It's moving.
Girl.
Okay. It's really slimy. Okay. Sorry. Put that away. Teeth now. Okay. So, Emily, I have a story for you. It's about the West Mesa killer. Have you heard of that?
No. What is that?
No. So, I guess this was like a big case in 2009, but honestly, I don't even remember 2009.
I was 4, so I don't remember.
I was like in high school, but I don't remember 2009.
Girl, you're old.
Yep. Why do I keep getting the squishy ones? Anyway. Oh. It takes place in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
That's already a bad start. New Mexico.
Why?
It's like scary over there. It's like lonely.
Kind of, I guess, yeah. So basically it starts with like, so there's a lot of girls involved. There's a lot of females involved. But this specific start where we're starting is like on a particular girl that was like one of the victims. There was more than one victim, but she's one of them. Her name was Michelle Valdez. So this girl, she's kind of like, you know, we have our normal family, mom, dad. She had her sister. They were in a good family household type of thing. But then her parents got a divorce. So once her parents got a divorce, everything kind of went like downhill for her. Yeah, like I think she was about your age. Maybe she was like a year younger. I think she was like 12-ish or so when her parents got a divorce. So then, like, she started hanging out with, like, the wrong crowd, I guess you can say.
Oh.
And she got pregnant at 13.
Damn.
So at 14, like you, she had her first baby. She had her baby.
Damn.
So obviously that's like a little too young. I don't even know what I was doing at 14. Probably in my room, like being emo or something. But like,
Just like.
like at 14 right now, like would you imagine yourself having a baby?
No, I don't even know how to spell my own name.
You don't know how to spell or read. But she had a kid, and like that's sad. So, you know, they had to raise this baby, and because she couldn't like really take care of it. Like at that age, I guess she kind of like she tried to be independent. Like she had her like part-time job and stuff.
Girl,
Eating your hair. She had like a part-time job, so I guess she was trying to like make a living for herself and her baby. Like she was trying for the sake of her and her baby. But at that age, it's not like, you know, you don't have a good education. The chances of you getting like a good job are pretty low. Like, do you think you'd find like a job at right now?
Mm-mm.
So that's how she saw it. You know, it was tough. So eventually, she kind of moves out with her boyfriend, and he was like part of the wrong crowd. And the baby goes to her parents, so like, well, to her dad, because her mom was like out of the picture, I think. And they were the ones raising the baby.
Mm-hmm.
So she starts getting involved with like gangs and drugs and prostitution. So she's just like her family's kind of like skirt, like, you know, they didn't really want her baby or themselves to be a part of that. So even though she was kind of not really in the picture as a mom for a day-to-day basis for the baby,
Yeah.
she tried to go to like her birthday and Christmas and like Thanksgiving and like family events.
How do you eat this?
Just feel it. Feel the pink. Okay.
Girl.
I'm like flinching over here. So she's, you know, she tries to be part of that celebration stuff, holidays. And there's many times where she kind of gets like arrested for like, you know, bad stuff. Ew, that looks creepy.
Oh my god! Oh, I'm getting the tingles.
Look,
Look, it looks so nasty. I got the tingles.
Okay, so like she gets arrested a couple times for like that stuff. So like her dad will bail her out of jail, and then she'll be like, I'm gonna go to rehab, I promise. But then as soon as she's out of jail, she's like, psych, like, you know, like she pieces out. And so it becomes like a pattern all the time.
I got like the hair stuck in my teeth.
And so then there's like a time where she wants to come home like officially, but like her sister, her sister, it's kind of like you're the bad one, I guess, but there's like, she's the oldest one, so then she has like a younger sister, but it's been like years of like this happening over and over and over again. So then she wants to come back home, but the younger sister's like, hold up, dad, like she's always getting into this message. She's like always promising that she's gonna be better, but she never is. Like either like if she comes home, like she comes home and I leave, or I stay, but like she doesn't come back, because she's like, she's not my sister anymore, because like my sister wouldn't, like, I don't know her, like I don't know her anymore. Like she detached herself from her completely. So dad is like, fuck. But oh snaps, I shouldn't have said that.
Girl.
Bleep. Her dad's like, dang. So he tells her, Michelle, that like she can't come back home, but he takes her to like a friend's house so that she can be there, and it's like a safe location for her as well.
I need to stop looking at the bottom. Okay, huh?
And so her sister stays home, everything's fine. So she goes to this one person's house, and I guess that's like the last time her dad sees her. So okay, you gonna say nothing? So
onions.
No, I don't think so.
Taste it.
This one?
Yeah.
Or my own?
No, this one. I don't know if that's supposed to taste like that.
It's not even next. It wasn't even next to the onion. It tastes like onion.
Is that how it's supposed to taste?
Yeah. I mean, sometimes they're sweeter, but like, yeah.
Tastes like nothing mixed with onions.
I think it's because you only have it in Starbucks. So you want it to be like sweet. Or, I don't know. But, are you gonna eat it or no? I'll eat it. So then, that's like the last time he sees her. And like I said, she would go to like the baby's birthdays and stuff. So then it's like the baby's birthday. Well, actually, weeks go by and he doesn't hear from her. But it's like so normal for her to like disappear.
Yeah.
That they're not even questioning like, where's she at? So weeks go by, nothing. Her baby's birthday goes by, like, she don't even show up. So they're kind of like, that's a little weird, because like she would go to like, but they're like, she's probably mad. So then Christmas goes by, nothing, nada. New Year's, whatever, nothing. So from that last time he saw her, 5 months from now, nothing. So like I guess the dad was like keeping track of like the day she would show up, the day she wouldn't show up.
Yeah.
So he starts noticing like, hold up, like it's been a long time. Like yeah, it's normal for her to not show up, but for this long period of time, like
it's not normal.
It's not normal. But to him, he just thought that she was mad at him because he didn't let her come back home. So he starts looking for her, and I guess there's like, you know, like every place has like their ghetto.
Yeah.
So I think it's called the war zone or something like that. So he starts like driving up and down those streets at night and like asking people if they've seen Michelle, like has anyone heard anything about her? And they're like, Michelle who? Like, you know, no one's seen her. And so he prints out flyers and stuff. He's looking for her. He just wants her to know that like he cares about her, he loves her, like she can come home anytime she wants. Like they can fix it, you know?
Yes.
Pero nothing. So then like, oh, that's weird.
Tastes like onion.
It does not taste like onion.
It looks like a pink onion.
You don't even eat onion. So you know what onion tastes like. But so they can't find her. And there's and they're like weirded out, but not like to the extent that they're like, let's call 911. Until one day, well, actually he did report her missing because it's been such a long time. But like even the police are aware, like they kind of know like the type of girl she is, like,
yeah.
you know, like so they take the report, but they don't necessarily take it seriously because they're like, this type of girl kind of like appears, disappears, she's like in the wrong crowd, so like so they report her missing or whatever. And one day they're having dinner and they get like this phone call, and it's like the tia, or something like that, like a family member. And then she's like, oh my god, I am so sorry about Michelle. And they're like, what are you talking about? Like, we haven't heard from Michelle in forever. They don't even know where she is. They know nothing about her. So like, I think the sister answered. She's like, what are you talking about? And then the tia's like, oh, like, haven't you heard? Like, the rumor on the street is that her and Cinnamon got their heads chopped off and they're buried in the West Mesa.
What?
And then she's like, what? Like, she's like, who's Cinnamon? Like, you know, like, this name does not ring a bell. So they're like, what you talking about? And so now they're like really confused because they haven't heard from Michelle in months. And the time that they do hear from her, like, their tia's claiming that she's dead or something.
Yeah.
So they're kind of like alarmed, like, did something happen to Michelle? I don't know. So the dad goes to the police and he like reports this phone call. However, they try finding the tia and they can't find her. I don't know if the tia was the like direct one to call her or like their tia called her and it was like the tia's tia. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like it wasn't her, their tia. Like okay, anyway, so so the police are trying to track her down, but they can't find her. So there's like no like evidence per se that like what she's saying is true. But like they're taking it seriously. But like the cops are starting to take this seriously because they know some information that like the family doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
So there's had been rumors on the war zone or like the streets that like prostitutes were disappearing and like
Oh my god.
they were getting killed and people wouldn't hear back from them. But it was like rumors, like there was no actual like evidence or fact to it. So before when like these missing girl cases, like other people were reporting their daughters missing too, but because they were this type of girl, the police didn't necessarily go out to find them. So now there's like a new detective on the case and her name's Ida, I think. And she kind of had like she was good at this type of case because before in her past she had worked at like group homes, so she had seen like the struggle of these young girls, and so she like all these types of the girls that she was used to working with are the ones disappearing. So she's kind of like I gotta be the hero, I gotta know what's going on. So Ida has like a list of like 18 girls that have been missing that are like the same profile. I think most of the girls were like Latinas or white, and you know like the same MO, like prostitution, drugs, like all that stuff. So she has a list of 18 girls that are missing or that they can't like find. And so she's kind of like going to like the families homes and asking them questions. She's trying to get like pictures and she's trying to get their dental records and maybe like DNA and stuff to like on the background. Like she's doing all this in the background without really letting family know what's going on because she doesn't want to like freak them out if she doesn't know like for sure. Like her gut is telling her something's going on, but she doesn't know what. So this lady's working on it, and then so they're trying to like figure out like who's doing this to these girls, if it's true. And like one day there's this lady, and I guess West Mesa is kind of like, you know, like Joshua Tree. Mm-hmm. You know how like before you get to Joshua Tree there's like houses out there and stuff,
like that one road,
like rural type of thing. So I guess the West Mesa can kind of be like that, but it's also kind of like, you know how we're building like new lofts and new apartments and stuff, so they're trying to like build more homes in places. So a lot of the area near the West Mesa is like construction, or like they were building these like brand new homes. However, like I think this is in like 2004. So they reported her missing like 2004, 2005, and like in 2009 is when this lady's walking her dog. And there's this like construction site that was never finished because I guess that's when like we had that bad economy where like the houses were like everyone's going crazy. Mm-hmm. And so construction stopped. And I guess I had like a lot of rain, so like it brought like the dirt up. So like she walking her dog and she lets him go, like she lets him off the leash because there's like nothing around, so it's not like a car's gonna run him over or anything. And like he comes back and he's like chewing on a bone. but it's so normal to find bones in that area because like animals die, so it's like finding a bone is just like, oh, you found another one. And so she's not like super weirded out about it, but this is a really big bone. So her I think her sister, her cuñada, her like sister-in-law or something like that is a nurse. So I think she takes a picture of this bone. And she's like, hey, I don't know what her name is, but let's call her Julie. She's like, hey, Julie, like, this is my dog found. Like, does that look like a human bone to you? And then she's like, oh my God, girl, call the police. That's a femur. Like, that's like human femur. Girl. So she's like, what? So this lady calls the cops because her dog found this bone, and sure enough, they they test the bone and stuff, and yeah, it belongs to a female. It's like a femur bone. So they start digging in the area, and they find bodies. So they find like these bodies, and it's not one or two, okay? Like they look for, like, they're digging up the dirt and they find a body. So they're like, oh, we got one. So they take the body out, right? But as soon as they're done with that one, like, I guess the machines are bigger or something, so it kind of like removes more dirt. So they find like another bone. So like it takes weeks, and they're like, body after body after body. They find 11.
Girl, that's a whole
bodies.
baseball team.
Yeah. They find 11 bodies in that area, and West Mesa area. So it's like all this desert, boom, 11 bodies. So everyone's like freaking out, and like Ida had already, her gut feeling was that like these girls were
the prostitutes.
The victims. You know,
yeah.
she felt like the 18, that most of them would be like the ones that had been found, and she was right. So like, you know how she had gotten like DNA and dental work and stuff. So they started comparing it, and like 11 out of the people 18 that she had on her list had been buried there. So now, because before it was a rumor, so people were not like taking this seriously, but now there was pictures, there was like the actual like cadaver, body, bones, whatever you want to call them, and they had now linked the bodies to like the face. So now these girls were not just some random girl. Like, people saw their pictures on the news, so now they're freaking out because that's actually happening in their hometown. So it's not just a rumor now. And so one of the girls happened to be Michelle.
Damn.
And she was pregnant at the time she was killed.
Then?
Yeah. I think she was older now, but like she was still young. And I think the girls' ages were from like 14 to like 21. Like, they were all young.
Young.
So there was a fetus. So it was like 11 bodies plus the fetus. Yeah, so now the family knew that like something actually had happened to Michelle. And so there's like actual pictures of like West Mesa. You know how Google
like Google
takes
Maps,
the satellite pictures or stuff? So they like started looking at these satellite pictures. Oh shit. They started looking at these satellite pictures.
Yeah.
And they go all the way to like 2003, and there's nothing. You know, it just looked like the desert, like nothing. It's like looking at the ocean. You don't know where it ends. Like that type of desert thing. And then they fast forward like to 2005, I think, and they see like it was like the desert, but there's like these 3 hole looking things, like where he started burying the bodies. So you can see like the 3 spots where he like
buried the bodies,
and then they move it to 2006, 7. I don't know, like fast forward.
Yeah.
And now you see like 11, 1, 2, 3, 4, like 11.
Girl.
Yeah. And tire tracks, like multiple tire tracks of the times that he had came to the same spot. And the crazy thing is that like they don't really have, like, the case never got solved.
So they don't know who did it.
They don't know who did it, because there was this one time, I think in 2006, where a prostitute got killed, and the guy, I guess he took her to his home and stuff, and like he killed her. I don't know if they gave I don't think they gave details about like how he did it, but he killed her. He's like wrapping her in plastic and stuff, and he's about to put her in his car, but she has a boyfriend, and I guess he approved of her career. I don't know, but the boyfriend was some friends, and he was waiting for her like to come out.
Yeah.
And then he sees this guy putting the body into his car, so he's like, what the heck? So he goes up to him and like he shoots the guy. So he dies. The guy dies. Yeah. So that was one of the suspects. Like years later, like, but the guy's dead now.
Yeah.
But all these girls had already been killed by that time, so they don't really know if that was the guy.
Yeah.
But if he was the guy, like, he's dead now,
And they can't do nothing.
and they can't do nothing about it. And then they have this other guy in mind. I think that guy's name's like
pretty.
Lorenzo or something like that. I don't know. And Italian. And then there's like this other guy that they have as a suspect because I guess he's done crimes that kind of are similar to like what they're looking for.
That's pretty.
I don't know. But this guy's in jail. Like, he's in jail for 90 years.
90?
Which is like alive.
Yeah.
Because of crimes he committed. So the police is kind of like, well, we don't know what to do because even if they try to like say that this guy that's in jail is the one that did it,
Yeah.
if they use all their evidence and stuff like against him, like he's already serving jail time.
Yeah.
And if he gets convicted, then they can't convict another person for the same crime because like technically he already did it. And then the other guy, he's dead. So they kind of can't really blame it on anyone because either like the guy's gonna end up walking.
Yeah.
So either the guy's dead, the guy's in jail, or the guy's still out there and he hasn't killed. Or they think that because, you know how I told you they were building so many like stuff, they think that he might have another burial site, like where more bodies in one of those like building things. Because it was like good luck, because if that building had been finished, it'd be a whole house on top of it, like a whole like apartment whatever on top of the bodies. So like the
No one
dog
would
would
have
have
ever known.
yeah, the dog would have never found that bone. So they think that maybe like he had another one previous to that and now there's like a building on top of it, or there's more bodies in other construction sites, but because they're not finished or because like I don't know, it hasn't been like luck, they haven't found the bodies yet. And since like the West Mesa is like huge, it's not like they can go digging and digging and digging and digging. They'll never finish. So they kind of have like, they're like, you know, they can't really do much about it at this point until something else happens. But like, I think that they had like I think there was like some picture taken, like, cause they were trying to get people to like talk about it, cause like some people lived in that area.
Yeah.
So they maybe like they saw something weird, but I think there was like this random picture of like a person in the West Mesa taken. So they were trying to find out like who took those pictures, and I think it got linked to some photographer, and he lives in like Missouri or something. But they even showed up at his house, and they like took everything, and they were like searching his house and everything, but they didn't find nothing.
Yeah.
So like we don't even know how they found this guy or like why they thought he was a suspect, but like they couldn't find anything to say that like he did it. So now there's like all these people with like their kid has been killed and they have no idea who did it. Yeah, and like one of the weird ones is that like one of the bodies that was found was like a black little girl. I think she was like 13, and that's the only girl that doesn't fit the profile because all the other girls were white or Latin, and they like kind of look the same, like you know, brown hair, type of light skin.
Yeah.
And this little girl was black, so she kind of didn't fit it at all. So like the detective started searching like where the heck this girl come from. Like she started narrowing down like the possibilities of like missing girls around her age that fit her description. And like she got to like this one girl, but this girl was from like Colorado or something. Like she wasn't from Albuquerque, New Mexico. So they're like, how the heck did she get here? So like, I think she was a runaway or something. But even then, they're like, did she walk here? Like, how did she get here? So I guess their theory is that like maybe the guy gave her a ride, like hitchhiker or something, and that she ended up in
New
New Mexico. But it wasn't her first time in New Mexico. I think she had family in Mexico too. So they're like, I don't know, like, why she is here. But she there. And it's sort of weird. So they have no idea what's going on. So it's just like a question mark for this little girl. Like all the other ones seem, yeah, but except for her. So it's kind of odd. But either way, she was one of the victims. So 11 out of the 18 were found. So I think they're still trying to find if there's like another burial site or something. I think they said that there's still 2 full-time detectives on the case trying to figure it out, but they haven't had any luck since like 2000 something. So
damn. So still like to this day they don't know like anything besides that information.
Yep. And it's like, if you're a good serial killer, I guess, chances are if you see that like cops are after you or something's going on, you get up and move, you know, you're not gonna stay in the same place. So they're like, what if he did that? Like, what if he just moved locations to another place and he's killing other like girls somewhere else?
Girl,
it's possible.
Then better not be California.
Maybe he's your neighbor. I don't know. But that's what it is. So gotta be careful. You're in that age range.
Girl, don't scare me like that.
No late at night for you. No, but in all seriousness, like that's really sad for these girls. Like they had a hard life to start with, and then they end up like buried. Dead. Yeah. So lock your doors. Don't go outside at night. Be safe. I don't know.
Don't be a prostitute.
That too. Oh, I think the little girl was a prostitute though.
She was?
Yeah, she had a record of getting arrested in Las Vegas.
Girl, she was living up.
Like, dang, like, times are tough, I guess. I don't know. I don't think I'd do that, though.
Nah.
But no judgment. Like, everyone has their own story.
Don't be a prostitute. Be a stripper.
You heard him. Be a stripper.
I'm just kidding.
That's her future career. Anyway, I think we is done. So... What is the face?
What?
So this is a rat. Let me know if you guys want her back. She was shy. I don't know why she was shy.
I was not shy.
She was being shy. So, see you guys. Thank you. Comment, like, subscribe, share. I don't know.
Share.
So, see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, it didn't go by.
Oh, my Instagram. I'm just kidding.
Okay. Yeah.